Hey, Diane here from Decoeasy. Welcome to my channel and the channel of my mother-in-law, Jenny. Thank you very much for stopping by because we love to craft with you today. Are you ready? Let's go and start crafting. A new DIY for you today, again with Jenga blocks. Jenny and I always buy them in packages like this from Action. These are 60 pieces for just €3, which I think in the Netherlands is, well, it's not super cheap, but it's not expensive either. And yeah, as you can see, it's originally a craft, or a game, I mean, but we use it for crafting. And Action is a similar shop to Dollar Tree here. Today I want to make two Mackenzie child inspired pumpkins, and therefore I have Mackenzie child prints, and inspired prints, not the real ones of course, and also have those blocks. Let me demonstrate how I had them in mind. You make four pillars out of 3 pieces, like so, and then the last one will be here. Yeah, it's not perfect, I know. And what you're then gonna do is connect them together, and therefore we take 2 together glued blocks. Yeah, you might have to push them a little bit more inward, of course, because we all need them to be in the same, size. And on top I'd like to have something like this, but as you can see they have to be close to each other to get that attached. And now you're looking at the back side of the DIY, so not the front side, just the back side. And that's how I'd like to do it. Of course I want to have some decorations up here. Maybe we can use leaves or ropes or something like that. Twine, ribbon, we don't know yet. First, I want these to be covered up in a pattern from Mackenzie Childs. To achieve that, we just take it apart. We're not going to use Mackenzie Child patterns on this one, but we will do on the rest. And now show you the prints. I have a black and white one, and I also have one which has a sheer orange color. So it's still Mackenzie Child's inspired print, but not the original one. To transfer the blocks onto the paper, we just turn this over. And we're not going to start gluing yet. However, we might still, I think it's a good idea to start gluing. I think I'm going to do that. That's better, because first I had idea just put everything loose upon the paper. That isn't a good idea because everything is going to move around. So I'm going to glue these 4 pillars of 3 together, and also these 2 connecting things for the back side, because when you gotta look through, you also need to see in the back part those patterns. So that's why I'm not gluing the whole thing first, because I could have also just glued it down, transfer it to the paper, and then glue the patterns upon the blocks. But because this is quite difficult pattern actually, I want everything to be in the same pattern, so it's fluently is just one piece, and not that will be something for me that on the one block the print looks like this, and then on the other one it will look like that. So I'm going to put it away. Now I grab my wood glue from Action. I have no idea how much I paid for this, at least it was a while ago. So grab those pillars back again. I'm going to make 2, so I'll show you pieces and steps that I will repeat on the other pumpkin as well. Personally, I like to put them up, maybe take them a little bit further apart, because when you apply the glue, you want to dry it a little bit. So let's open it up. I hope that it isn't stuck. No, sometimes I have that on the glue, that there is a piece of glue on the opening of the can. There we go. Don't need that much actually, but I'm not good at using tiny amounts of glue. So just glue the back sides of these, and also from the 2 connectables. And then I'm letting it dry for a couple of minutes. So take these ones out as well. Oh no, lay these down flat. We don't have to glue those. Only one part will be glued. Just like so. Don't forget to close the cap again, otherwise it will dry out and then there will be a piece stuck. and you can't reuse it next time unless you're going to peel with a needle. I'm going to wait a few minutes, then I will assemble everything together. I'll show you. I don't think I'll do that part talking, because yeah, you just saw what I'm going to do. Glued together and well. Now, I like to get rid of those wood glue parts, and therefore I just always use the flap of the package of the Jenga blocks. Oh, there is paper upon it. Or no, sticky tape. Because the thing we need are these sides here, these ones. This one can work too, but that's a little bit, you know, it's not completely straight. Unless you hold it like that, of course. What I'm going to do is just, oh, this one isn't glued properly. Wipe. Don't press hard, just wipe gently. Wipe the excess glue here on the paper. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, that might happen sometimes. It will re-stick again, but just press too hard. And now you have less glue that you're going to see. Make sure that everything is properly glued again. You can still move these things around. I'm going to need some extra glue. Sometimes I have blocks that suck up so much glue, I have no idea how that is possible. The other ones stick instantly, but this one just won't. Really weird. Let me dab it a little bit more around the surface. Or maybe I just waited too long. Start gluing it. That is also a possibility. Oh, it's stuck on some kind of wobble here. Okay, I bet this will do the trick. You can always, of course, use your fingers, but then you get really dirty fingers. However, the glue comes off easily, so it's just the way. I'm going to let this dry, do the other pumpkin as well, and when it's dry, I'll be back to you to show you the next step. The glue is dry, time to start putting it on the printables. I'll lay down the printable like this, and what I'm then going to do is grab my glue. This is actually similar to Mod Podge here, but then 17 times cheaper. And yeah, it works perfectly well. It does the same thing, only sealing with this is not a good idea, at least not with the ink that I've used for the printer, because then everything gets ruined if you do that. Let me see. We have 4 of these and 2 of these. Now, I'm going to pour some of that glue over the wood that I have here. I always use too much, so let it stay down like this, and I will see if we need some more. Now, using my brush to brush out the glue, and I bet I have leftovers which I can use on these 2. Yes, just as I thought. That is going to happen. Okay, make sure that you also cover in the edges of the wood really well, so the side parts here. And wipe away any excess glue. Don't need that much, as I'm always saying to myself, but I always use too much. Okay, let me see if we're there. I think that's it. Here's some really weird thick clump. Let's remove that. Okay, carefully lay this one down. Don't roll away. Let me see. What is a good thing? I think they're too short for placing it like this, so I'm going to do it like this. I can see through that this here is the top section, which is good. I'm going to leave several, just a little space. I'm going to leave it in between. Make sure that your outline the side parts really well. And there goes the last one. Okay, now the two middle parts. You can do it like this, but I think then I will have twisted prints, because these are going to be placed like that upon the DIY and not like that. So just to be sure, I'm laying them around here. And thanks to the black ink, I can see where the edge of the printable is. So I think I will let it stay like that. Okay, now I'm going to let this dry really well, and then I'll be cutting away the rest of the paper. So that's why I'm not doing everything so completely stuck together. Just leave space in between, because then we can cut around. You can also use a knife. Maybe that's a better idea, because then I can make the knife longer and cut through here. But don't start cutting before the glue is completely dry. Otherwise, in my case, I will totally rip the whole paper apart. Going to repeat the same step, but then with the orange and black printable. Glue is dry. Time to start cutting it up with the knife. I think I just used the knife to cut first roughly around those blocks. First I want to get the most of the paper off, and then I'll try to start. Look, that's what's going to happen. If you're not having a knife that is sharp enough, I think. Or maybe I just didn't put enough tension upon the paper. This we can throw away. Now, let me start with these ones first. I think these are the easiest to do. Press really hard. Oh, it's going to rip. Oh no. It's still stuck over here. I hope it didn't rip too far. No, it just went okay. This one here, oh, went okay as well. Just stop at the block. Now I'm going to cut out everything. If you're more comfortable, you also can use scissors. Then you can just do it like this. Hold it just against the block. And then you can start cutting away. And if you want to, you can always use a file to file out excess parts of the paper that might get around. Sometimes the glue didn't pick it up completely right. So yeah, that's what you can get. Pick a method that suits you well. Totally up to you. Here are the printables, and the wood is dry. Everything is dry. Next step is giving this a high-end look, and therefore I'll have this chalkboard paint or blackboard paint, and yeah, it's just black paint that Jenny and I got from Action. I'm going to get a brush, and then I will put it, oh, here's the brush already. And I will put it upon the sides. I think it's important that you paint like that and not like that, because if you're doing it like that, then here might come a lot of paint that you don't want to have, and by doing that you put it on the back part. You're not going to see it, so I suggest doing that. Okay, I'm almost there. painting the last side of the block. I will also paint the orange one, and then I'll let it dry. And I'm going to glue it into a pumpkin, just as I tried to explain in the beginning of this DIY. If you're messing around on the back, that is no big deal, because you're not going to see that. I don't know how long this paint needs to dry today, because the humidity is pretty high here. It's been raining all the day, for days. The weather isn't that good. So carefully laying it down. Close the can again. And then I'm going to clean the brush. Now what I'm going to do, these four are laying in a good position, and these two will be on the part where these blocks, where the joint of these blocks are, and I will have one extra block that will be in between on top. Personally, I think I'm going to use the wood glue for this, but if it's not working for you, then I suggest just use your glue gun. That will work. There won't be that much tension upon the wood, no heavy duty or anything like that. So yeah, that will also work. But yeah, personally for me, this stuff, I don't think it's a good idea to put it up on here. I don't think it will hold enough. So that's why I prefer the glue gun. But that's up to you. I told you what works for me. Let's see. Okay, back again. I laid everything down on the crafting mat, and with one line, I try to keep them like that. I know where to glue, here, 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 and there, and then on the other joints as well. I think I'm going to use the hot glue gun for this, so I'll put glue here, there, there, and there, and then I will lay down this thing up there, and I believe that will be it. Last thing is put on this one. That will go up here. It is, yeah, maybe this, I think we'll do it here. Maybe that's better. Just laying that completely straight. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. Good. Hot glue gun is ready to go. So are you too? Well, let's go. Okay, I think that's it. Turn this one off. Now I'm carefully, spider webs, remove them. Carefully going to look if I can tilt this without ruining it. Oh yeah. Hold it very steady. Here is your pumpkin. I left the stick on the top, especially I'm going to lay down flat to make sure that everything dries well. I left the stick on top pretty long because my personal experience is if you cut it in half, for example, then you won't have much, yeah, I'm just removing glue, then you won't have much space left for your decorations. Especially if you're working with big items like a bow or something, then I think that leaving a big one up on top is the best. But that's my opinion. Just do whatever you like. It's your project. And there are both of the pumpkins, the orange and the white one, together. Just build them the same way. And I hope that you like the design. What I'm going to do now is decorate this, and I can do that on two ways. Use beeswax to make it darker, or, and that's what I'm going to do, wrap it with twine. What I'm going to do is always turn this over to the back. Use a big dot of hot glue, put it up here, hold it, and then wrap around. Do it tight, make sure that you secure it on the back again with a big dot of glue. I will show you. So just like this, pick scissors or something so you won't burn your fingers. Use glue, press, hold until the glue is dry, and then you can just wrap around and go further. here they are together. Pumpkins with sticks. Now, the last thing we need to do is spice it up a little bit to make it look more like a fall DIY. And therefore we have several options. For example, you can add leaves. These are, I have no idea where they come from. Anyway, they are fall leaves, and you can cut them off with long sticks, just like this. And then you can, for example, do that carefully. You don't want to ruin your design. You can stick it in there so it really looks like a pumpkin with a leaf. Or you can just cut the whole stick off and glue it, for example, here. Or anything else. You can also do it here. Just use your imagination. Okay, I'm going to show you how I would decorate it. And therefore I have 4 of these leaves. I have 2 brown ones. Put that aside. And yeah, maybe the flattest ones. I think these ones. So these we'll put aside. I'm also going to cut off several of these berries. For now, carefully put them away. Because I also want to give some sort of touch of the Mackenzie Child's style, and therefore just use a permanent marker, and I'm carefully, hopefully that will do, going to, yes, that works perfect because these are made out of plastic. I'm going to make them black. I've never seen black leaves here in the Netherlands such as a decoration, so I'm going to make them myself. You can also paint them, but this is more, I think, suitable for this kind of fabric. That is up to you. Just keep continuing like that and do the other one as well. Okay, I'm some little black fingers further, but they look really high-end, in my opinion. Now, what you can do is just try to stick them, and that's why I put the twine in double. Just try to stick them underneath the twine. I hope that will work because I didn't pull it too tight. Apparently one, whatever I can see, one is going double. Come on. And I don't want to press too hard, otherwise I might ruin the design. Okay, well, maybe try it. Yeah, that's better. One here. Now we can put the other one a little bit more upwards and then pushing it down. I hope that that will work. It's a tricky thing. Yes, feel it sliding underneath. Okay, now arrange a little bit what you think looks nice. I like this. And now I have the berries, which I'm going to put in the front of the leaf. Something like this. I think this looks cute. And then this is what you get. You can just arrange the whole thing as you like it. We'll film a little bit right now and also in the daylight. This is just artificial light, of course. Here's the final result of today's DIY. The orange looks a little bit pale right now, but believe me, that's just because of the light. Here we have a close-up of the black and white one with the berries and the leaves. And up here, the orange one. Let us know what you think about this. That was another video for today. Jen and I hope you had fun, and we hope to see you back again in the next video. Take good care of yourself, and thank you for your time. Bye, everyone.